Yeah, tell me the function f of x is equal to 2x cube. Yes. Minus 9x. Uh, plus, okay, minus 12x square plus 36x, correct? And minus 20, correct? Okay, so what is the question? What you have to do? You have to check whether maxima and minima exist or not, or maximum value, minimum value, correct? So let us find, what is the first step? Find the derivative. So what is f dash of x? Tell me. This will be 6x minus 6x square, correct? Minus, can you take something out? And what is that next thing? Yeah. Yes, yes. Okay. What next? Can you factorize this? Hello, can you hear me? So now we have to find a factor such that multiplication is 6 and this is 4. Oh, actually, yeah. Did I told you 12x here? 12x square? Hello, can you hear me? Did I? It was 12x square. I think it should be something else. I think. Yeah. Because if you are having 12 and here 24, then you won't able to find the roots. Do you see? You have to factorize it. It is actually irreducible, so you cannot move further. Roots does not exist. So I'm sorry for this question. Actually, this should be I think 21. Maybe mistake. I told 12. It is 21. I'm sorry for that. Then it will be 42. And next, I think that's why you guys were having issue, correct? And now this will be what? 7, no? Now do you see it is, now it is easy to do, correct? Minus 6x minus x plus 6. Now I hope you can go ahead now. Yes? Perfect then. Good. So what are the roots? If you put f dash of x equal to 0, that means x minus 6 into x minus 1 is 0. You are having x equal to 6 and x equal to 1. What is the next step? Double derivative. So write first derivative again, that is 6x square minus 42x plus 36. Write the double derivative. Do not write this one, huh? Write this, the original one. So f double dash of x, it would be 12x minus 42. Can I take something out? That is 12. If I take out, then what is that? So you, yeah, or directly put किया तभी भी, there are 2 points ना, 6 and 1. 12 common नहीं है. Let us put the point. for x equal to 6, what will be my f double dash of 6? And for x equal to 1, what is f double dash of 1? So once you put, it will be what? If you put 6, it will be, I think, 30. So this is 30, which is positive. And what about this one? If you put 1, so it is 12 minus 40, it is minus 30, which is negative, correct? So here I am having positive, that means here I am having minima, correct? And here I am having a negative, that means here I am having maxima, correct? So x equal to 6 is minima and x equal to 1 is maxima. Is that clear to you? What else you have to find? Minimum and maximum value. So you can easily get that by putting that value, correct? Do you have any other problem, any other issue in the questions? Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, good. So let us see now application of derivative in economics and commerce. Application of derivatives in economics and commerce. You'll see many of the topic of economics and commerce subject will be there, and we are going to deal it with your derivatives. You don't have to struggle with the wording. Okay. In economics, like revenue, cost, and so on, so many things are there. So first thing you need to know, that is whenever you heard the name rate of change, that means derivative. You just remember this. Whenever you see rate of change, that means derivative. That is another name for derivative. Then there will be two function, that is one is supply function. These are different type of function, and one is also demand function, correct? So you must be knowing this part, that is when you are having, this is quantity and say this is price, that is very famous graph. Then the if you are having this graph, that is supply function will be this, s will be of f of p, where p is what? Price. Supply function. And what about demand function? Same thing, take price here and quantity demanded. Quantity demanded, that is so in this case it will be decreasing. So you just observe this, as you are having as your quantity, as is quantity increased, your price is also getting increased and something like that. And quantity demanded. Okay. So you see this, in this case it is increasing function. Do you see? And what do you know about increasing function? That means derivative of p, that is this function, derivative of supply function, ds by dp, that should be positive, correct? And here you see this is decreasing function. So यहाँ पे function को ऐसे लिखते हैं हम लोग, d equal to f of p. So here derivative of d with respect to p, it will be negative because it is decreasing function. Okay. So there are two functions, supply function, demand function. Now let us see what is total cost function. There are so many definitions today we'll do, and from the next lecture we will see examples. Okay. Total cost function. That is denoted by C of x, cost of x, something like this. What do you mean by total cost function? It is your total expenditure, is the total expenditure incurred in the process of production. Correct? Okay. And what is average cost? That is denoted by AC, or just AC. That is denoted by AC. AC of X, you can say. Where what is your X? X is maybe I should write somewhere. That is, suppose a manufacturer produces X units of a certain item. Okay, then cost of producing that will be C of X, and average cost will be this. Then total cost will be C of X, and average cost, that is cost per unit, EC of X, that is average cost. It will be what? Total cost upon X, upon number of units. Total cost upon number of units produced. You already know average कैसे निकालते हैं, that is total upon number of units. So C of X upon X. This is the formula for average cost. One more guy is marginal cost. Okay, this is the average. So next is marginal cost. You remember one thing, whenever you get the word marginal मतलब समझ लेने का कि we are talking about derivative. Marginal, it is denoted by MC. Even इसको just AC लिखा तभी भी चलेगा. You don't have to write AC of X. Just AC लिखा तो it is understood कि we are talking about average cost. And marginal cost मतलब I already told you that is a derivative. So it will be what? Rate of change in total cost. That is rate of change in total cost. Total cost due to the change in level of output. What do you mean by that? That means what will be the formula of marginal cost? Marginal cost would be derivative of cost function. Derivative of total cost, that is derivative of total cost with respect to X. Correct? And what will be marginal average cost? Somebody asked what is marginal average cost. Marginal average, which I just now told you, marginal matlab derivative of average cost. So it will be derivative of AC with respect to X. Correct? Derivative of average cost with respect to X. Okay, so the next guy is, so we are now having three formulas. The first is total cost is C of X, and next is average cost is this, C of X upon X. Next is marginal cost, this, and marginal average cost is this. Okay, so next is total revenue function. It is denoted by R. What do you mean by total revenue function? It is the amount, or total revenue is the amount of money derived from the sale from the sale of a particular commodity and depends upon the price of commodity and quantity. And the quantity sold. Correct. That is clear. That is your total will be your demand, whatever demand is that, and what is your price. So if you say D is the demand of the commodity at price P, D be the demand with price P, then total revenue will be total revenue are collected by the firm is this. R is equal to price into demand, that is R is equal to P into D. You remember this, R equal to PD. This is small p, and D is a function of P. Okay. See, sometimes actually price, uh, I will just mention it, where either price is expressed as function of demand D or output X. So sometimes you'll see that R equal to P into X will also be written. Price will be in the function of demand, P equal to something aisa, or you may write P R equal to P into X. Sometimes if you are having output as X, so you have to understand that depending on the question what they are giving, whether they are giving in terms of D, whether they are giving in terms of output, so you have to do that. Yeah. So where the price is expressed as function of demand D or output X of a commodity, or one more thing may have happened, that demand is expressed in terms of price as a function of price of a commodity. Correct. Sometimes D will be given in terms of P, sometimes P will be given in terms of D. So that's how you need to see. And if I asked about average revenue, तो वो क्या रहेगा? What will be my average revenue? Yes, any guesses? उधर average क्या था? Total cost upon X ना? So here also it will be total cost upon, अगर ये केस है तो it will be X, otherwise it will be D. Correct? So average revenue will be, if I write the definition, that is revenue earned per unit of output. Correct. It is nothing but price of 1 unit. Price of 1 unit of output. You'll see that. See, average revenue, CER, that is equal to total revenue upon demand. Correct? So total revenue is R upon D, but you already know what is the formula for RD, that is P into D upon D. So that is your price, which I already told you. It is just price of 1 unit. So average revenue is same as your price of 1 unit. Okay. Now next thing is, if somebody asks what is marginal revenue, then correct, as I told you, marginal word दिखा मतलब क्या, derivative. So it will be just derivative with respect to D if your revenue is in terms of D, or with respect to X. So that varies from question to question. Just remember one thing, that is marginal. If you see, then it means derivative. Marginal revenue, that is change in total revenue resulting from the sale of an additional unit of commodity. Okay. So marginal revenue, say MR, that will be what, derivative of revenue with respect to D. Correct? If your revenue is in terms of D, you must understand that. Okay. And if somebody asks what is profit function, so profit कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं हम लोग, that is denoted by pi. What is profit function? It is what? It is equal to revenue minus cost, that is R minus C. C of X लिखो तो भी चलेगा, and C is your total cost, R is revenue. Revenue minus, you can write total cost. Okay. There is one more thing, that is break even point. Break even point. Okay. Break even point is a point at which the total revenue is equal to the total cost. Okay, this is called break even point. That means here your profit will be 0. That is R equal to C. So your profit is, that is R minus C, it will be 0 here. Correct? Okay. Now if somebody asks what is average profit, तो पता ही है तुमको. If somebody asks what is marginal profit, then also you know that. Let us quickly write. Average profit क्या रहेगा? That will be profit earned per unit output. So that means this is denoted by EP. So this is pi upon X. Pi is your average, pi is your revenue, sorry, pi is profit upon X. Okay. And what is marginal profit? What will be marginal profit? Anybody? Yes, it will be derivative, na? As I told you, if you see the word marginal, that means derivative. So is the change in the profit earned due to change in the level of output. So that means MP, marginal profit, that is denoted by derivative of pi with respect to X, something like this. Okay. So this is marginal profit. The next guy is called price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand. See, we are going to do at least one problem on each of the topic, whatever I'm writing. So it will be clear once you solve some problem. What is price elasticity of demand actually? It is usually referred to as elasticity of demand. And what does this expresses the response of quantity, the response of quantity demanded of a good to a change in its price, to a change in its price. That means what? Elasticity of demand equal to that is denoted by nu. This is the notation for nu, and this is what? Price change in quantity demanded and divided by percentage change in price. Price. What do you mean by that? That is, it is actually, what is price change? That is change in. I'm sorry, did I write price? Should be percentage change. Percentage change in quantity demanded. Percentage change in quantity. That means the formula would be change in quantity upon, how do you calculate percentage? Upon original quantity multiply by 100 uh, and that divided by, it will be change in price upon original price, change in price upon original price, multiply by 100, correct? So if you denote changes quantity by delta q, change को definitely used to write as delta q. So in the next page I can write it as delta q upon it will be delta p upon p, correct? So yeah, so it will be what? You can write it as p upon q into delta q upon delta p. Delta q upon delta p. Remember पहले p upon q आता है, फिर delta q upon delta p. Okay. Where what do you mean by delta? Very small change. And what is q? Quantity. And what is p? Price. Okay. And one more part is, that is point elasticity. Okay. So in point elasticity we measure elasticity at a given point, on a demand curve. So that is given by nu is equal to minus dq upon dp multiply by p by q. So this is what you are to find point elasticity at a given point. So it will be just same wahi formula, it will be minus of this. Why this minus came? Because there is there is a actually it is inversely proportional. That is, price and quantity are inversely related. So you may write this negative sign is because price and quantity are inversely related. So dq by dp, it will be negative. This will be negative. That means if this guy is positive, so ये negative रहेगा. If this is positive, then this is negative. Inversely related means, I hope you understand. Negative sign is because of price and quantity are inversely related. Okay, so you need to remember this thing. Okay, now there are some interpretation of the numerical value of this point elasticity of demand. What if your elasticity is 0, something like this. Okay, so when your nu is 0, the first one is when your elasticity is 0, then what is the conclusion? That is, there is no change at all, and it is called perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic. And the second thing, if your nu is say 1, then this is called actually nu is 1, that means everything is same, that is demand is directly proportional to price. Demand is directly proportional to price. And the third one is if your nu is greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, then it is said to be elastic. Okay, and fourth one is if your nu is less than 1, then it is called inelastic. So you need to remember these 4 words. These are important. Later on we'll be seeing that. We have time. Yeah, so I just have to give one more thing. That's it, will be done with the theory part. So I need to give a relation between marginal revenue, average revenue, and elasticity of demand. So I want to give a relationship between MR, ER, and nu. So what is MR? Marginal revenue, that means derivative of revenue. So it will dr by dt, correct? And where R is equal to given as P into D. Let us make a habit of writing P small, P into D. Okay, so you just put the value of R here, so it will be derivative of, it will be P into D upon dd. So how will you do this? You already know what is u into v rule. In the derivative you have seen that what is u into v. It will be derivative of, it will be u derivative of v, so it will be p derivative of d with respect to d, it will be 1, so it will be p plus d into derivative of p with respect to derivative of d, something like this, correct? I'm using uv rule. So can I take something out? So let us do one thing. Now I just want to introduce my elasticity. So this looks like elasticity if I'm having p in the denominator. So can I write like this? P plus multiply p both the side, p into d upon p, and this is dp by dd. So now you see that can I take my p outside? So if I take p outside, I'll be having 1 plus this is d by p into dp by dd, correct? Now if I want to introduce elasticity of demand, so what is the formula of, let us hang this here, and what is the formula for elasticity? This is equal to minus p by d into dd by dp, correct? This is the formula, but here I am having something else. I am having dp by dd, so I have to take 1 upon nu. So if I take 1 upon nu, it will be what? Minus d by p, and it will be dp by dd. So this is what I'm having here. You see, just I have to introduce minus sign, so I can write my marginal revenue as, and what is p? P is same as average revenue, correct? So let me just write. So marginal revenue will be p into bracket में 1 minus 1 upon nu, correct? And what is your p? P is your average revenue. So marginal revenue is same as average revenue multiplied by 1 minus 1 upon nu. So this is a relationship between marginal revenue, average revenue, and 1 upon nu. So you just understand this. Okay, yeah. And one last part is also there, but उस पे कोई question नहीं आता, but फिर भी we'll just quickly do that. That is marginal propensity of consume. Yeah, marginal if you are having p as a function. So actually, yeah, marginal propensity to consume, that is denoted by MPC. Okay, it is the rate of change in consumption due to change in income. That is rate of change in consumption due to change in income, and it is defined as derivative of p with respect to y. Y is your income, suppose. So average क्या रहेगा? Average propensity to consume, that is denoted by EPC. It is ratio of consumption expenditure to a particular level of income, to a particular level of income. Okay, so that is EPC is given as P upon Y. Okay, where P is what? Your consumption, and Y is income. Maybe I should have mentioned somewhere. P is consumption and Y is income. Okay, same you are having. This is for consumption. Same you will be having to save, that is marginal propensity to save. What will be that? That will be your MPS. It is ds upon dy, and average propensity to save, it will be EPS. This is MPS and this will be EPS. Okay, and what will be that? Same, EPS will be S upon Y. Note that what is your Y? Y is your income. It is P plus H, correct? So can I relate with this? If I divide both the side by Y, so what will I have? I'll be having MPS plus MPC, that is equal to 1. So you remember this. If you divide by Y, so I'll be having MPS plus MPC that is equal to 1. Correct? Or you just differentiate. If you differentiate with respect to y, then you'll be having that. And same happens with APS and APC. That is also addition is 1. This is easy exercise. If you divide by y, then you will see that APS का मिल गया, and if you differentiate with respect to y, it will be 1 equal to derivative of p with respect to y plus derivative of s with respect to y. So from this I'll be getting this guy, and if you divide by that, that is 1 equal to p by y plus s upon y. So I'll be having this. So remember these two things, MPS plus MPC equal to 1, APS plus APC. In some question there will be MPS is given, so you have to find MPC, and in some it will be APS is given, you have to find APC. Yeah, so this was the last part. Yeah, so I think I'll stop now. So in the next lecture we'll be doing examples. I'll request you guys to please remember these formulas, that is what is average revenue, what is margin. Actually there is nothing to remember, these are quite easy. Marginal, the word you understand, that means you have to take derivative. Average, that means you just have to divide it. Just a little bit, revenue is P into D, and average revenue, marginal revenue, profit, what is profit function, what is break even point, what is average. Please revise everything, it will be very helpful in solving the problems which we'll be doing in the next lecture. Okay, yeah, thank you so much everyone.